Hey, Chanel here. We're in the quarantine. And if you can sew, you're probably being asked, make me some face masks. But you probably don't know how. I didn't know how. I can make evening gowns and things like that, but a face mask? Never thought about it. But I figured it out. I'm gonna show you how. Coming up. Well, everybody's making face masks, so I thought I'd jump on board. I tried a few patterns, but I found an easier way to do it. A little bit better, I think. There's probably many of them out there. But I thought I would show you how to make a basic face mask out of white cotton. Whew, that's hot. Okay. So I came up with this one. Just basic white cotton. Got a little pipe cleaner on there. And voila! By the time I did the second one, it was better. This actually, you can breathe better in it too. I have a little pipe cleaner here. I can shape it like that. And it's really a little more comfortable. Then I thought, why not make it fun? I feel like it's not in there right. Okay. I feel like it's still not there right. It's a mouse who's been drinking. What are you gonna do? So, you're gonna make some ears. You're gonna be a mouse one day. Quarantine day number 7. Be a mouse. Then, we have Easter coming up. Let's be a rabbit. Now you can be a rabbit and nobody will know you're wearing a face mask. You're just wearing a rabbit outfit. So you can go on the airplanes and everything in this and nobody will go, why are you wearing a mask? You're not. You're wearing a bunny outfit. You could even get a tail. Anyway. Whew. So, I was thinking, because I have a sewing school, I probably should do my part here and show you how to make a face mask. It's very simple. The first one, it's gonna be a little hard. Second one, you'll have them down. So make them for your family. So here's our first step. Our first step is to just cut a piece of the fabric out. And I like using the Kona cotton with its tightly woven cotton. And we're gonna cut a squarish rectangle piece, I guess, 9 by 13. And what I've done first is I went down the selvage part here and just tore off that part of the selvage. And I'm gonna mark that. I'm gonna make a clip 9 inches. So I'm gonna use my board here. So we got 6, 9 right here. Clip it here. Tear it. When you tear fabric, it just tears right down the grain line. You have it perfectly even. So that's 9 inches there. And then I'm going to do another clip at 13, which is way over here. Get that clip at 13. Tear it and try to have these two meet. There. Now I have a perfectly square, or it's a rectangle, piece of fabric right here. Okay, now I got my piece of fabric up here and I'm just gonna press it so it's nice and flat. And then I'm gonna fold it in half and get a press right here, nice crease. So that'll help where the fold line is and everything. And then what I need to do is mark, I'm going to be doing 1/2 inch tucks like this, which 1/2 inch tuck when I go up to that way is about a 1 inch tuck, so I'll do like 3 of them that way. So if I kind of estimate it about here, and then another one maybe 3/4 away, another inch, 3/4 away, another inch. So then it I have little marks there. And it's easy just to estimate these little pleats too, and then you tuck. They're just little quickie little tucks. So you go 3 of them up this way, like that. And on the other side too, you would do the same. And you could make you can just kind of fold it over like this and get a even tucks. I'll come up with a pattern to, if you want it right on, but it's just the same that way. Then, when I was experimenting with this, I just tucked it in, but for them to actually go front and back, like this was the sample, the pleats going that way and also going that way, what you have to do is then put the tucks the other way on the next fold, because this is your fold line right here. And then right here, I'm going to go about 3/4 up with a 1-inch tuck. And it's like I'm doing is measuring 3/4 space with 1-inch tucks. That means that they're 3/4 of an inch away from each other. And then now I'm going to put the pleat going the opposite way and putting little pins that way, so you can see how they're now going this way. So when you turn this inside out, then they're both going the same way. A little confusing, but you'll see. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same on the other side. Just balance these out. Like that. Somebody's rocking outside. Like this. Another little 1/2-inch tuck there. So now this whole thing looks like that. And then what I'm going to do is be folding it over that way. But first we need to put the elastic in there. What I'll first do is probably baste this, all these little pleats together, and then I'm going to do a 7-inch piece, 2 7-inch pieces of elastic, and I just cut them out using the cutting board here. So we got 6, 7 right there. Cut 2 of those like that, and then these will get, I think I'm going to do about a 1/2 inch seam allowance right here, so I'll just pin it here and then curl it around there, and then put it, because here's the fold right here where that crease is, and I'll put that right on the end like that. And then the same on the other side, have it a kind of about a 1/2 inch down here like that, and then the other one's going to come around here like that. So now that's how that looks, and I'll baste this down, and then this will get turned inside out. So I'll take it to the sewing machine and show you how I'm going to do that. I got to keep all the pins in there because they'll be all over the place. Okay, here I have all my pins here. I'm just going to baste this first. That means I put it on the longest stitch, and I'm just going to run a quick baste. I don't like to stitch over pins because it has damaged a lot of needles. I'm just going to kind of try to take them out here. There's my elastic here. It's a little in the way. I can get it in there. Pull out, make sure my pleats are all going nice and flat and they don't get caught. That can happen too. Just so careful you don't run over your fingers on this. Trying to get those pleats really squared up. Here's the elastic. Sometimes once you get your needle of your machine into the elastic, then you can take that pin out. So that's how I just basted that first, like that. It's just tucked down. I didn't get anything caught back here, a little part right there. And now I gotta do the other side. So again, pull that out. You can sew over the pins, but you really gotta be careful and keep your face out of there. The elastic part, you kind of have to pull it out. Basted. So I've also pulled the pins in the right direction, so that's easy for me to pull out. If I had put the pins for them to sit like this, it would have been a lot harder. So now I got that. These are the ones I ran over with. Don't tell my mom. And then I have that basted together like that. And then all I got to do now is fold this over on that fold line and then stitch these seams together. Just going to fold it here, tuck in this elastic, make sure it stays inside and you don't get it caught. Like that. Make sure all that's inside. There. And I have a little square. And then what you're going to do is give yourself like a opening spot. I'm going to start over here. I'm going to do about 1/2 inch seam allowance. Actually, I'm going to turn it to regular stitch now. Get it off to the basting stitch. Around. Pivot at the 5/8 part there. Where my opening is, I'm going to make a quick reverse stitch there. Take that pin out and then I'm going to bring it here. You don't even have to cut it. You got to make sure your elastic is not getting caught in here. I'm going to stitch, give a little reverse, pivot, and then come back down, reverse stitch it there, turn all that off. And then what you want to do too, I forgot my scissors at the desk, is you want to, they're going to really dull my clippers, but you want to clip the corners so that it's a little less bulky in there. Do them with scissors. And right here too, but that's a lot of bulk right there. So, and I have these little threads here. I'm just going to cut them there. I hate when threads are all over the place. Then I'm going to turn this inside out. What I can do is pull these elastics like this. And that will actually help me turn it inside out really easily too. Then you go like that. There's your elastic. There's your face mask. So you got your pleats going up, and on the other side you have the pleats going up. So that's why we put the two pleats facing each other. Then you can close this off, or I'm going to show you also how to just put some pipe cleaner in here. You could tuck it in the inside or you can put it on the outside, and that then gives that little wire thing to tuck around your nose. So that's how simple that is. That's pretty cool. Well, I got that done. That was so quick and easy. The first one definitely takes a little bit longer, and this was my first one I did. I put the pleats all going the same way, and then when they came out, they were just kind of gathery. It didn't work at all. I mean, it would actually it would work, but I guess kind of like the pleated part, you know, the pleat ones up here, and then how they open up like that. So they look like the regular masks right here. So this is the one I copied, and this one has the wire in it. So what I thought is that when I put on my other one was I had these pipe cleaners. I don't know where I got them. They must have been there for years. And I thought, you know, they can shape to your nose like that. So you could put them, so they got the opening on the mask here. You can actually just sew on top of it, which I did on the other one. Or you can take your pipe cleaners and put them into the seam right here, if you don't want it to show, and cut it, and then stitch it down right there. So you also be stitching the opening at the same time, and then you would have that hidden in there, and then you can use it like that also. So, but because I'm making the cute little animal faces, it's not bad on the outside, like that. Oh, also the Velcro dot too, if you're gonna do little animals, you put it on that side too. So, but this is the second one I made, and that one turned out pretty good. So it was my little pattern. There's the mask, and then you become a rabbit. And then you really become a rabbit when you do the headbands, like that. So in this way, might as well make it a little bit funner. Gotta make sure these gets on the right way. There you go. So, I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Gonna come out with more animal faces any day now. And I gotta create a pattern for this too. I'll put it on the website at futurefashiondesigners.com. And you can have the pattern and make your own face masks. See you next time.